Welcome back from the ad break, guys. If you just walked in, you are watching Big One Up on VTV channel 260. It is a Tuesday, and Tuesdays we have Young Entrepreneur. You just missed career profiling where Lutando was interviewing a journalist. Okay, so now moving to Young Entrepreneur. Bright minds in the studio, man. I am so ecstatic to have these guys up in here once again because they are so inspirational. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very good.
Okay, I'm sure you ready to speak more about Bright Minds because I love. It's very inspirational. It's very inspirational. So, okay, let's move to the questions.
Yeah.
Question number one. As Bright Minds, the organization, right? How do you help people who are unemployed?
You see, with people who are unemployed, what we do is, by the time you have a person who's unemployed, they probably have been looking for jobs quite a number of places,
Yeah.
to no successful end. So we believe that it's useless to engage you in the same process again.
Okay.
You see, the reason we have an opportunity is because of the problems that are out there. If there are no sick people, then hospitals will be empty.
Okay.
It's because of there's always a need to solve a problem that you will have an opportunity. So instead of engaging you in the same problem or in the same cause of looking for a job, how about helping you create the job that you're looking for?
Okay.
So what we do is we tell people instead of looking for jobs, look for problems to solve. So you don't have to go out looking for which company is going to employ me. Look for which problem am I going to solve. So in that, you will always have an opportunity. For instance, if there are problems in your community, you have an opportunity to do something.
Yes.
Because like I said, if there are no sick people,
Then
then
people in the hospital.
exactly. So it's about how many problems can you locate that you can solve, which is why education is necessary. Because you see, it's only a mind that is educated that sees an opportunity in a problem.
Yeah.
And an educated mind sees a threat in a problem. But everybody who did something, who has maybe a big company today, these are individuals who found a problem to solve.
Yeah.
A problem that they could render a solution to.
So made out a success.
And make something out of it. So really, unemployment, to be specific, to be honest, it's not that to look for a job is that. But unemployment in itself is a concept, born out of laziness.
You see, he's looking to you guys.
It's
He's telling
not-
you straight.
It's not so much that there's somebody who's not giving you a job. I'm thinking I should live my life, hinging my future on someone else. That is to say that if no one gives me a job, should I therefore stay unemployed for the rest of my life? How about being self-sufficient? Why did I go to school at the end? You see,
Yeah.
so it's not so much about which company, ESCOM, KPMG, it's about what can you do that is good. The wrongs that you can, correct, the bad that you can make good, and the problems in society that you can render solutions to. That is where working comes from. So if you're not finding a job, stop looking for one. Look for problems that you can solve. Create the job that you've always been looking for.
Yeah.
We have a company today that is because of the problems we have in South Africa.
Yes, yes,
see,
which
and-
is unemployment.
Just about, if, for instance, we were to put up another company that will solve, electricity issues, maybe ESCOM might run out of business.
Yeah.
But because of there's always a need for electricity, ESCOM has a business. Do you see that? So it's about the problem that you can solve, not which company will employ.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. You hear that first up of a big one up, guys. Education is not something that you can play with. It's something big. It's something that you can start your own company. So let's move to the next question, which is it that everyone should start up their own company?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
Not everybody is supposed to start a
Okay.
company. It's not that we are urging everybody to say, start a company.
Yeah.
It's a matter of self-sufficiency, being independent. To say that, okay, I'm not getting a job. So does that mean that I need to
I
stay
should sit
unemployed?
down and not do anything about that. Yeah.
Not necessarily. You see, if you're going to school with a mindset of, I need to graduate so I can get a better job, you're already, on a journey to nowhere. You're headed for failure. Because I'm thinking, in as much as unemployment continues to escalate, to graduate with the mindset of, I should get a job, is to begin a journey to failure itself. You see, so what we're talking about is not that everybody should start a company. We're trying to tell you, be independent. So much so that you learn to, do things by yourself. Don't always rely
On someone else.
on other people until and unless, education is first and foremost for personal development, to train and develop you to become productive. It is useless. So it's not so much as about the degree that you're getting, it's about, are you being developed? Are you growing? Are you becoming independent
I come
in the
someone,
process?
you know?
Because one of the things we discussed, for instance, last week was that, you see, when you do mathematics, for instance, you're doing so for X or whatever, it's not about the grade that you get or the mark that you get. It's the
Just
fact
by
that you are
solving
being
X.
positioned
To solve a problem.
problems.
Yeah.
We're training your mind, developing it to say whenever a problem arises,
Mm.
I will solve it. So instead of chickening out,
Mm.
as it were, always complaining,
And sing a treat.
render a solution to the problem that you're facing. So we're not saying everybody should start a company. What we are saying is that everybody should be independent. Try to do something that will, decrease your dependency on other people. So that's what we're talking about. It's not everybody. After all, what a company is required to actually develop is a lot of work. Not
Yeah.
everybody can handle that. I know. If already
Too much responsibility.
if already you're gonna blame someone else, for certain things in your own life, you're ready to structure a company. And you're willing to take responsibility no matter what
Yourself.
happens.
Yeah, because you are the one that started things up.
So it's not everybody who will start a company.
Okay.
See?
Yes, so now let's move to the next question.
Yeah.
And that is, okay, let's say I am this person.
Okay.
How do I approach education in this term, as you say?
Okay. You see, one of the things I just said recently was, unless and until education is first and foremost for personal development, it is useless. I just don't get the idea of working hard at school, working so hard at school just so you can get a better job.
Okay.
Imagine if all of these, energies, efforts, as it were, that young people put together, to get a degree,
Yeah.
were first and foremost for their own development, beyond the degree that they want to get it at. If they were focusing on the fact that I need to build me up, by the time I graduate from here, I should be able to start my own organization and grow it because of what I learned. You understand? My society should be able to depend on me because of what I learned.
Educated.
You understand? So the approach, everybody's supposed to have in education is the fact that it is beyond getting a degree. Do you understand? Look into the fact that if there are people who have degrees today and are unemployed, that should tell you that education in itself was never tailored for employment.
Yeah.
So to think of education as a platform for employment is to begin to fail. Let me put it that way. Yeah, because if there are unemployed graduates, how do you explain it? Or how come they're unemployed? If education was supposed to end in
Key to
employment,
success.
was supposed to end in employment, it is the key to success. Education is. The problem is a lot of people are schooling, as it were. They are not getting education.
Okay.
So hence you hear people saying, even if I can just get 50%, as long as I move.
Pass.
You couldn't be more confused than that. You see, one of the most important things is you must allow me to tell you the truth. If I should tell you what your society, your school, or other people around you are telling you, I don't think I should be here. I don't deserve this opportunity. So I need to tell you things that you don't get anywhere. I need to be honest with you. So you don't go to school for degrees. Forget about that. It doesn't help. I mean, just to open up your mind a little bit, there are a lot of people who have education but who don't have degrees that are billionaires today, that are well successful. So education is the fact that it's first and foremost for personal development. Get that one first.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you because we have time limit. Guys, I hope you were inspired by that. You heard it first here on Big One Up. Education is not something that you can play with. It is something that you can use to build up your own company and be your own boss. Do not depend on someone. I like that. Do not depend on someone. Education, use your education to be your own boss and be independent.
Yeah.
Love it. That is amazing. So please tell us your social networks,
Yeah.
Facebook.
We are on Facebook. If you search us on Facebook, BM_learning, BM_learning, or go to www.brightminds.org. You will find us right there. And we have a lot of information. More of what we discuss here is on our magazines. You can download them for free and keep learning and just see how many things you can do with the education that you're receiving.
Awesome. Guys, we're going to have more of Bright Minds because I love having these guys up in here, man, because they are so inspirational. Like, this business they built is like, it's amazing. I know I get inspired each and every time you tell me more about this company. And as Big One Up, we would like to thank you for coming here every Tuesday because you guys, you make the show amazing. We thank you very much for updating yourself all the time. And I hope that you're going to be here too next week, Tuesday. Talk more. Shout out to the people that are watching though.
See you next week then. I'll be here with more content.
Yeah, too much content to go. So guys, do you have people who are watching? Want to shout out to them?
Okay, I want to shout out to all our colleagues and all our fans. I know most of you are watching me right now, and it's awesome. So thank you for tuning in, and God bless you.
Yeah, big one up got Bright Minds back. Okay, so don't think that they have no one. We got them here. But now we're gonna take a quick ad break. We'll be right back after this.